Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diane or Dee. Today I'm going to be creating this cut crease halo eye and paying tribute to our dearly beloved original Naked palette. I was quite heartbroken when I discovered that they are discontinuing it. I don't know if they're reformulating and bringing it back or if it really is like sayonara, like it's gone. It was the only Naked palette I was missing in my collection, so it was on liquidation and I picked it up and I regret nothing. So I'm going to be using this little beauty today, and I'm going to be showing you how I do my cut creases, my halo eyes. It is a technique I'm working on. With time and age, my eye area has changed significantly, and it's not as easy for me to do a cut crease as it is for like an 18-year-old. So I've been watching a lot of videos trying to improve my cut crease game, trying to get it a bit more precise and clean, and just to look the way I wanted to throughout the day. So Raw Beauty Christy is a YouTuber here on YouTube, and I thoroughly enjoy her videos. She is really warm and charming, she's funny, but she also has a great way of explaining her technique, so that's what I've been adopting and using in my own personal life. I tweaked it a little bit just to suit my personal needs, but I really enjoy how these looks come out. I feel like they're crisp, they're clean. They actually stay like this throughout the day because I place it in a manner that when I'm blinking, the transfer is going where there's already that same color, so it doesn't look messy. It just remains clean and precise throughout the day, which is what I've been going for. So if you want to learn how to get this really pretty, feminine, fun, soft, pinky, cut creasy, precisey, glowy kind of look, please keep watching and I will show you how. I'm just going to start by preparing my eye area, so just taking a little bit of Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer. This is on its last legs because I use it every single day before my makeup. And just nice thin layer all over the eyelid, just like so. And we can begin. So I found out that they were discontinuing the Naked palette, the original Naked palette, and it's the only Naked palette that I didn't have in my collection. So not only was it on liquidation for half price, but also it just completed my little family. And everyone was recounting how this was their first palette, how it was like such a big makeup purchase for them because it encouraged them to, you know, use more than 2 colors. It was easy to go from day to night. It was easy and practical to travel with. So I already know and love the Naked palettes. I have the Naked 2, Naked 3, this Naked Smoky, and the Naked Heat. So this is my Naked palette, my original new Naked palette. Just some really beautiful neutral tones. You've got like a few wonderful shimmers in there. So I figured why not do like one last goodbye look using this palette, just to see if we can take a classic and kind of turn it into something new. Show you a few ways of using this product just to create something a little bit more fun and less boring. And maybe you'll get inspired to do something with it that you haven't thought of doing before on your own. So I'm going to be taking my big fluffy brushes. This is my MAC 224 and then my Sigma E40. They're very similar, but the MAC is a little bit fluffier. So I'm just going to be taking this and we're going to go in straight with Naked. This really nice flesh tone kind of color. It's a matte, so we're going to be throwing this in the crease as our transition color. Yeah, who got a gift card? This girl did. Who got the little mirror that comes with the gift card? This girl. Who's no longer using her Stila palette as a mirror? This girl. So I'm just taking a generous amount of this Naked color and I'm just really messily throwing this in my crease and really bringing it here into the inner portion of the eye and just doing like really big exaggerated circles just to buff this color in, so we can make it a little bit of a backdrop. That way the other colors will blend better. So once you're done with that initial application, you should have something that resembles this. I'm going to be going in now with Buck. It's the second matte shade in the palette. It's a little bit deeper. It's more like an ash taupe brown, but it's still not crazy dark. Like, it's just a little bit deeper, but it's not like chocolate. And again, I'm just going to be taking this on the exact same brush, and we're going to throw this in the exact same placement, just right on top, fusing the two together. Again, you can see the difference is just a little bit smokier, a little bit deeper. That eye socket is getting a little bit more pronounced. And again, when there's almost nothing left on the brush, you can always just kind of flip it on an angle and gently pull the color in an upward motion. So this may come off as violent on the camera, but you really are just using a light touch just to kind of drag out and pull out the color. And again, it's going to soften everything up and give it a little bit more of a gradual fade. And next, I'm taking a bit more of a precise brush. This is my MAC 217. It's a nice dome-shaped brush that has a bit of the flat side here, but when you turn on the side, it's a little bit more tapered. So you can use this to pat a color on, or you can use it to blend and diffuse a color in the crease, depending on how you hold it and position it. And I'm just going to be going in with Hustle? No. Let's try Toasted first. We're going to use these two guys here. So we're going to go in first with Toasted, and then Hustle, I believe. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, that's pigmented. Just a little bit, and we're going to apply this on the inner and outer corner. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, that's pretty, but I don't think that did what I wanted it to do. But for application's sake, just to keep things even, I'm going to do the same thing here on the other eye. Just lightly tapping it right in the inner corner and on the outer corner. Yeah, that's pretty, but that didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna go into that Hustle, which is that slightly deeper color beside it. And we're literally gonna just place this on top. Okay, that did a little bit more than what I wanted, but still not. Okay, we need to play around with this. Like, it's deeper, but it's not like super deep. Okay, let's just repeat this. Okay, so for something like this, it's pretty, but it's not doing what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna go back in with that MAC 224. There's nothing on my brush. I'm just going to smooth it into the rest of the colors that we already applied in our crease, just so that there's not like a block of inner and outer corner color, so that it looks rough and like patchy. Just a little bit more smoothed out like so. And now I'm gonna go in with my new Precision lip brush. Yes, lip brush. It's on liquidation for $3 at H&M. I don't care that it says lip brush. It is a synthetic brush. It is nice and flat. It has a nice rounded edge, and it uses concealer quite well. So I bought two, and I already tried it out with the first one, and I was quite happy. Packaging though, it's like they don't want you to get the actual freaking brush out. So it looks something like this. I'm quite impressed that I found this brush because I've really been enjoying it for cutting my crease. So I'm just taking some Nars concealer, and I'm just going to load this up on my brush. And I'm just going to apply this right here in the middle, right on the ball of my eyelid, just like so. And we're going to look up, and we're going to travel. And I can see how it transferred, so I know that that is the highest point that my cut crease should go, because when you're blinking it's going to naturally transfer anyways. So I feel if you do this line and then your actual fold is above or on that line, it does smudge it and take away from that cleanliness, which is the whole point of a precise cut out halo eye, or a cut crease for that matter. So I find that this step kind of maps it out a little bit better for me. And then I'm just going to take that brush and I'm just going to use the edge to like really carve out the center of my eye. And just bringing it down so it looks like this ginormous patch of concealer like so. It's fine. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form like a self-proclaimed cut crease magician. This is a really big struggle for me in doing makeup on myself and on others, but I figure if I don't push myself and I don't do the things that scare me and I don't practice, I'm never going to get better. So I've been using a stupid amount of YouTube videos on people's different techniques for cutting out the crease, and Raw Beauty Christy is definitely one of my favorites. She really takes the time to explain things, and she just does it so fast. She does it so well. So this is her technique, and I feel that it works quite well for me. And now I just have to perfect it. So I'm taking a little Q-tip. There's nothing on here. I'm just pressing the concealer into my eyelid, just to really get that nice rounded edge here. I can't do this step with my finger because I feel like my finger is so much bigger than this space. Like I'll do my finger here on the outer edges, again, just to soften the colors together. And that's fine. But the actual edge part, like this actual crease part, I feel that I need something a little bit smaller to be a bit more precise with. And my finger's not the tool for that. So just by taking a Q-tip, it absorbs the excess product. And you have a little bit more control. Again, just pressing it in. And then you get that really nice clean line. And then if you made a mistake, you can always just go back with a 224. Again, there's nothing on it, it's just whatever's left over from the previous application. And I'm just going to lightly dust around the concealer just to smooth out the edges. Again, if you made too much concealer or too much eyeshadow, you can just go back in with that brush and cut it out again. So play around and see what it does for you. But I'm pretty happy with that general shape. You can see that when I have my eyes open, you can still see it, which is what I was going for in the first place. So now that our crease has been cut out, I'm just going to start shading again. So I'm hoping that if I take Toasted Now, that first color that we applied on the inner and outer corner, I'm hoping that now it will have that concealer to stick to and it'll show up a bit more. Here's hoping for the best. So again, just taking that on my MAC 217, I'm just going to pat this right here on the inner corner. I think I'm going to be going in with my Alchemist palette now from Kat Von D. And I'm going to be taking Pink Opal. Jeez, this is a mess. Taking this color right here, Pink Opal. It is this super pretty, like, holographic pink color. Pale yellow, white, gold with a pink shift. I don't know how to explain it. It's magical. I'm just going to be loading this up on a Morphe G13 brush. Just like a nice, generous amount. And I'm just going to pat this right along the center of my eyelid. And I'm going to overlap this with that Toasted. So again, the two melt together. I don't know, maybe it's going to be better with my finger. Yeah, with my fingers are a bit more color payoff. I'm just really pressing that right in the spotlight area of my eye. I'm just going to take this as high as I can with my finger without fucking it up. And then going back in with that brush, really just to push it into the edge of that cut, into that concealer, just to get that nice cleanliness and precision. If you tilt your head back, you can kind of see a little bit better. I feel it helps me with the precision. Okay, I'm enjoying that effect, but I feel like I need a bit more contrast in the outer corner here. So I'm just gonna go in with Creep, that nice shimmery black. And again, on that 217 brush, there's still a little bit of Toasted left on there. I don't want it to be like completely pitch black. So I feel if you continue to have your previous color on the brush, it will soften it a little bit. Okay, so once you're done applying your black, you should have something like so. To be honest, I think we're just going to take that Morphe G13. I'm going to pick up that pink opal color once again. And I'm just going to throw this on my brow bone. Like right where that first naked color left off as our transition color. I'm just going to pick it right up again. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's nice. So you guys know the drill. I'm going to take a little bit of Bioderma Micellar Water on a baby wipe. You can do this with a cotton pad. I have baby wipes around. I'm going to use what I have around. And I'm just going to lightly run this on my lower eye area, just to clean up the tiny bit of fallout we got going on. So once you're done cleaning up your area, you should have something like this. I didn't like super define the outer edge just because I wanted to keep it round and smoky and soft. However, you can clean it up however you see fit. Yesterday I did like a really like exaggerated, elongated like cleanup, so the line was very sharp and I really enjoyed it because it was still a cut crease halo eye. So just depending on how you clean up, you can also manipulate the finishing effect of your shape. So I'm just going to do my face makeup and then we're going to continue the eyes together. Okay, so this is me with my face on. Today I tried the new Benefit Say Yes to Hello Happy soft blur foundation. I guess it is called Hello Happy. Yeah, so Hello Happy soft blur foundation from Benefit. They gave me samples number 1, 2, and 3. So I opened 3 because I looked at this and I was like, okay, I'm tan now because it's the summer, so like it'll be fine. It was so gosh darn yellow, so I decided to open up number 2 and kind of mix the two. This is the final look. I'm still a little bit dark, but I blended it down my neck, so hopefully it's not too obvious that like I'm a little bit darker than I should be. Texture-wise, it feels very lightweight and comfortable. My skin can breathe. I don't feel like heavy or cakey. It was a weird application, I would say. I applied it with my beauty blender as opposed to going in with a brush, just because it was like in a sample format, so I figured it was easier to pick up the product with my sponge and then just apply it directly on my skin. It wasn't watery, but it wasn't moussey either. Like it was just a really not heavy, like it's just an interesting texture. Like it feels like you're just putting on liquid pigment on your skin, but it's not making your face like gross. I don't know, take a sample from Sephora or like Shoppers Drug Mart, touch it, play with it, see how you like it, but for the most part I am enjoying it. I do have a little bit of breakouts and like discoloration. They did spot conceal. Did it give the coverage I thought it would? No, it does say it's a light medium coverage. I feel like it's on the very far end of light coverage, but to say it gives medium, Not so much, because I did 2 layers because I've mixed the 2 foundations, and like you can still see a little bit of my imperfections, and I'm not upset about that. I've been trying to go for like a lighter coverage anyways, but just keep that in mind if you want like medium to full coverage. Anyways, we'll see how this wears for the rest of the day. I took the highlight, that pink opal from the KVD Alchemist palette, and applied it on my face as well. So just got this little nice trifecta going on of like above brow highlight, lid color, base color. I'm probably going to do it on the inner corner as well. I just want to finish up the eyes first. And in order to do that, I need to stop talking. So I'm going to take my Woodstock Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on eye pencil. You guys see me use this stuff all the time. I don't think I've whipped out the pink yet on this channel, so we're going to do that today. And I'm just going to generously apply this on my lower lash line. And you know what? Let's get wild. It's a Monday. We're gonna throw this on the inner waterline as well. Now bear with me before you're like, this looks atrocious. It looks like you have pink eye. I know. But we're going to smudge it out and blend it out. Voila, just like so. I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay Urban Spectrum palette. This is on these 4 website. It's on liquidation for $45. I'm going to use that color there, right there, called Backlash. And just on a super teeny tiny brush. Yeah, let's go in with this one. This one is the BH Cosmetics 132. It's clean and it has a pointy end. Voila. I'm just going to take that Backlash and I'm just going to press it into that Woodstock eyeliner. This is going to make it last longer. It's going to create a color that I'm looking for, and it's going to make it easier to blend and smudge out those edges. Again, giving a little bit of a softer, more diffused look, as opposed to having just like one random block of pink on your lower lash line. So again, you can see the difference. I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. And it kind of blends out nicely to meet up with that highlight. I feel that works really prettily. Prettily? Is that a word? And next for the upper lash line, what I'm going to be taking is... I don't know. Let's take Psychedelic Sister. So this is also an Urban Decay pencil. I believe this was one of my first gel eyeliner pencils from Urban Decay, and I fell in love with the formula. These pencils are bomb.com. This is why it's my shortest one. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line. And I'm going to go in back with that brush that I just used. I'm going to dip it into Flashback, which is that beautiful color right there in the middle. I really love this palette. I use it all the time. And I'm really glad that I checked the sale portion of the Sephora app. Sometimes you can find some really good stuff. And now without cleaning up my brush, I just picked up that Flashback, whatever's left of that Backlash. It's kind of funny to say. These two are just going to melt together. And again, just pushing and blending the two together. Look how intense that is. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Of course, you could do this step with your brown, with your black, with no eyeliner. There's different options. It just depends on how crazy you want to make it look. I'm feeling girly today. I'm gonna do some like fun princess bubblegum inspired makeup. And just gently patting it on top, bringing it up slightly on the lid, but nothing crazy because I really want that like cutout to still be the main focus. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of loose powder, just cause I'm creasing up a bit. Oh. Hot in here. Getting a sweat mustache. Just cover that up. So that is the eye portion finished. Is it finished? Nah. It's still missing something. I'm going to go in with the Heavy Metal glitter liner. This one is in Grind. It is a really pretty pale pink liner, but it has like a blue, purple, green opalescent shift to it. And right where that edge meets up with that crease color, I'm just going to define it. Just gives it a little something something. Alrighty, I'm going to do my lashes and my brows, and then I guess I'm gonna come back and we'll do lips together. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a lipstick application, guys. First, I line my lips with the lip contour crayon from Huda Beauty. This is the color Trendsetter. It's a really nice natural pink undertone nude, which I really enjoy. And then I whipped out an old classic. This is my MAC lipstick in Pink Plaid. This was the first MAC lipstick I ever bought. It's getting there. I don't use it obviously every day because I change up my lip color every day. But it is one of my favorite lipsticks. It's just like this really nice pinky mauvey taupe color before it became popular. I feel like those taupes were really big for quite some time, and then that lipstick, when I bought it, it was like years before the whole taupe trend started. So I go back to it every couple of like months and years, and it just seems to work the way that it's supposed to. So I just blended those two together. And now just to give a little bit of a juicy effect, I'm going to go in with my Hi-Fi Shine Lip Gloss. This is an SPL Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss from Urban Decay. I don't know if you can see if the camera's picking it up, but it is multi-toned. It is a duochrome lip gloss. I really like these. These make my lips look super plush and juicy. I don't have nice plush lips that are full like naturally in real life. So I am considering getting injections, but if I can find lip products or lip makeup products that kind of help me create the illusion that they are bigger and fuller than they actually are in reality, I'm totally down for that. They have a mint taste and scent to them, so if you're not crazy about mint, just keep that in mind. And I love the texture. It's not sticky at all, like it's comfortable. I'm not a lip gloss kind of gal. Normally I'm like a liquid matte lipstick kind of girl, but recently I've been shifting into lighter coverage foundations and more like a sheer wash of color on the lips, or more like creamy shiny finish on the lips. So I've been changing up the game a little bit, and I liked it so much that I picked up a second one. This one's in Backtalk. So if you compare the two, this one is more of a matte. It's obviously a shiny color, but it's flat, like there's no reflex in it. I'm obsessed with this alone. It looks stunning on the lips, but then if I do it on top of my lipsticks as well, just to give it a bit of like a oomph factor, it still works really well. And they have like a nice wide range of colors as well. So there's something for everybody. I just went in with the SPL just because I figured that with the glitter liner and like the pinks going on my eyes, that reflect would be really pretty together. And I don't think I was wrong. My lips look really plush and juicy. I really like this color combo. I feel like it just makes them look a little bit more full and voluminous the way I want them to. And yeah, that is pretty much the final look. I ended up touching up just a tiny little bit of that pink opal highlighter color from Kat Von D. Again, I just took a little bit on that Morphe brush that I was using earlier, and ever so lightly I just applied it right here on the inner corner just to brighten things up and give it that nice unification with the rest of our eye and face makeup. And yeah, that is the finished look. I'm lazy. I need to run out the door and catch the metro to go to work. So we're gonna go with this wet, beachy, stringy seaweed kind of hair look today. I'm digging it. I'm liking it. So yeah, that's how I do my cut crease recently. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. I hope you like this color combination. What you guys want to see, so let me know, because I have a ton of ideas. I just don't know if it's going to get a good reception. So if you could give me some feedback, that would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.